Let me ask you a question. What if nearly everything you have been told about sales funnels is complete garbage? What if the reason your funnel is not converting has nothing to do with one, not having enough steps, two, not having the right software, three, not writing the long enough copy, fourth, not having enough social proof or testimonials? Here's the truth most funnel experts won't tell you. Most sales funnel fail because of just three specific conversion killers. And fixing just one of these problems can double your results in as little as 7 days. In the next 45 minutes, I'm going to give you the exact framework we use to diagnose which one of these three conversion killers is sabotaging your funnel. Second, implement the specific fix for your situation. Third, and double your results in 7 days or less. I call it 3-stage conversion accelerator, and I have used it to generate over thousands of dollars in profit for my clients. This is not theory, this is not fluff, this is the exact process we charge our clients $3,000 to implement, but you are getting today for completely free. All I ask from you is 45 minutes of undivided attention. That's all I need from you. And after that, you will have an exact framework that will help you to increase your conversion rate and make much more profit from your current funnel. Before we jump into the framework, quick background. I have built and optimized over 300 sales funnel across 20 different niches, from $27 products to $5,000 high ticket offers. But here's what makes my approach completely different. While most funnel gurus are obsessed with adding more steps and more complexity towards the funnel, complete funnel flow, I'm obsessed with fixing what's already there, what's already have been built, rather than adding what I can remove and what I can optimize. That's what I focus more, because adding something to it, if it's not necessary, it's just going to increase the cognitive load on the buyer or the potential buyer. My team and I have documented over 70 plus specific funnel optimizations, key factors, and tracked exactly which changes create the biggest impact possible. And we have discovered something shocking. 89% of the revenue increase we generated came from fixing just three specific conversion problems. Everything else, all the little tweaks and tricks most people focus on, accounted for only 11% of the result. Today, I'm giving you the 89% that actually matters. So grab a pen, take notes, and get ready to transform your funnel in the next 45 minutes. Let's see what we will be covering today in this video. First, the diagnosis framework. Second, the conversion killer number 1. Third, the conversion killer 2. And the conversion killer 3. And after that, the 7-day implementation plan. And in the end, closing and what is the possible next step for you. Grab a cup of coffee or a drink of your choice, because we are getting to the meat of this masterclass. So let's start with the diagnosis framework. Before you can fix what's broken, you need to diagnose the actual problem. Most people skip this step and start randomly changing the button colors, headline, and images, hoping that something will work. That's like a doctor prescribing medication before they know what disease you have. It's malpractice. Here's the simple diagnostic framework we use with our every single client. We call it conversion leak assessment, and it has just 3 parts to it, as you can see in the graphic here. Step 1 of the diagnosis framework: identify your baseline matrix. You only need 3 numbers to diagnose any funnels. Number 1, your traffic to opt-in rate. This is the percentage of visitors who take your first conversion action, whether that's opting in to get your free lead magnet or to your newsletter or just booking a call. Here's exactly how to calculate it. Take the number of people who opted in, divide by the total number of visitors, multiply by 100. For example, let's say 230 people opts in and you get 2000 visitors on your site or on your funnel. 230 divided by 2000 multiplied by 100. That's like 11.5% traffic to opt-in rate. Number 2, your opt-in to sell rate. This is the percentage of people who take the first step or first action and then go on to purchase. The formula for this is number of sales divided by the number of opt-ins and multiply by 100. For examples, you got 17 sales And we got, like for last example, we got 230 opt-ins. So 17 divided by 230 multiplied by 100, that's around 7.4% opt-in to sell rate. Number 3, your cost per acquisition. This is what you are paying to acquiring a customer after all the funnel steps are done. The formula for this is total marketing spend divided by number of customers. For example, if you spend $5,000 in ad spend and you got 17 customers, so you have to divide $5,000 by 17. That would be around $294 per customer acquisition. But here's the key most people miss. You also need to know your visitors' source quality. Not all traffic is created equal. If you're sending cold Facebook traffic to the same funnel as your email list, you're comparing apples to orange. So segment your analytics by traffic source. Cold traffic, paid ads to stranger. Warm traffic, social followers or podcast listener or your YouTube video watchers. Hot traffic is email list and retargeting. Each will have different benchmark standards. If you don't know these 3 numbers for each traffic temperature, stop everything you're doing right now and get them now. You can't fix what you don't measure, so start measuring these 3 things right now. Step 2 of the diagnosis framework is benchmark against the standards. Here's where most people go wrong. They have no idea what good actually looks like. So let me give you the exact benchmarks we use for our clients. As you can see in this graphic, for cold traffic, strangers, traffic to opt-in should be at least 15%. Opt-in to sale should be at least 2%. Cost per acquisition should be under 1/3 of the customer value. For warm traffic, they are aware of you and your product. Traffic to opt-in should be at least 25%. Opt-in to sales should be at least 5%. Cost per acquisition should be under 1/4 of your customer value. For hot traffic, your email list, your YouTube subscribers, traffic to opt-in should be at least 40%. Opt-in to sales should be at least 10%. Cost per acquisition should be under 1/5 of your customer value. I'm being so specific here because these benchmarks are based on the data from funnels I have built for my client across 20 niches. But these numbers can vary from industries to industry. In that case, just update them according to your industry. This is not theory. This is what actually works. And here's the 6-figure insight. If you are below any of these benchmarks for your traffic temperature, you have found your conversion killer. Step 3 of the diagnosis framework. Identify your primary conversion killer. Now here's where it gets powerful. Each conversion metric corresponds to a specific conversion killer, as you can see in the graphic here. If your traffic to opt-in is low, you have a trust gap. People don't believe your claims or don't trust you enough to take the first step. Signs of a trust gap: high bounce rate over 75%, low time on page under 45 seconds, high exit rate on your headline section, comments or feedback questioning the legitimacy. If your opt-in to sell is low, you have a value perception problem. People are not seeing enough value to justify the purchase. Signs of a value perception problem: high cart abandonment rate, lots of question about the results or the outcomes, price objections in sales conversation, email subscribers who never buy, people dropping off on the offer page itself. And if both metrics look decent, but your cost per acquisition is too high, you have a friction points in your funnel. The journey is too complicated or confusing for the potential buyer. Signs of friction points: high drop off between pages, confusion in chat support questions, technical issue reported, multi-step processes with declining completion, long load times over 3 seconds per page. Here's the actual decision tree that we use for our clients. You can see it in the graphic. First, check traffic to opt-in against benchmarks. If low, fix your trust gap first. If acceptable, check opt-in to sell against benchmarks. If low, fix your value perception problem. If both are acceptable but cost per acquisition is high, fix your friction points. The reason this order matters is very critical. You cannot fix value perception if people don't trust you first, and you cannot fix friction if people don't see the value in your offer. That's it. 3 metrics, 3 potential problems. I have analyzed over 300 funnels generating and literally never seen a funnel that didn't fit into one of these 3 categories. And the best part, once you know which conversion killer is hurting you, the fix becomes very obvious. Let me give you a real example here from one of our client. This client was getting 8% traffic to opt-in rate. Benchmark for cold traffic is around 15%. He was using social media ads. A 3% opt-in to sell rate. Benchmark for cold traffic is 2%. So it was okay. And he was spending $135 cost per acquisition. Acceptable for $1,000 product. The diagnosis? Clearly the trust gap. Their opt-in rate was very low against the benchmark. We fix that trust gap by optimizing the layout of the funnel, by fixing just one conversion killer. Here's an example. As you can see in the screenshot, the funnel was just launched maybe less than 10 days. I think it's 8 days. So as you can see, the result is still that made this much money. And as the days goes by, the profit will keep on compounding. So right now, pause this video and write down your 3 numbers: traffic to opt-in rate, opt-in to sell rate, cost per acquisition. Compare them to the benchmarks I just gave you for your traffic temperature. Got them? Good. Now let's dive into specific solutions for each conversion killer. Conversion killer 1, the trust gap. If your traffic to opt-in rate is below the benchmark for your traffic temperature, you have a trust problem. Period. Don't look anywhere else. Start working on the issues that help you improve your trust problem. People are not taking the first step because they don't believe your claims or they don't trust you enough to engage with you or to engage with your offer. Here's the truth. The acceleration formula we use for our clients to fix this issue, as you can see in the graphic here. Step 1, reverse the risk. The number 1 reason people don't trust is fear of being scammed or wasting their time and money. So we need to completely remove that fear. Here's exactly how we do it. Instead of the standard approach, sign up for our free guide. Use the risk reversal method. Read the first 3 pages instantly. No email required. Just click to view it now. Then on the next page, after they have consumed some value, ask for the email with want the remaining 15 pages. Enter your email address right now to get them instantly. This creates what we call a micro commitment ladder that builds progressive trust. So as they keep doing little things for you, where they get value, the trust on you keeps on increasing. Your offer keeps on increasing. Here are the exact results from 57 funnels that we built in 2025 in last 5 months. Standard approach, average of 18.3% conversion rate. Risk reversal method, average of 27.1% conversion rate. That's a 48% increase by just changing one element. And that is just changing the text on your call to action button. Why this works so well? Because you have reversed the risk for the potential buyer. They get value before they give anything first. But let me add a crucial element most people miss: the obvious next step. After they have consumed your free content, make the next step absolutely clear with something like, now that you have seen how our 3-step process work, the next step is to get your personalized analysis. Click below to continue. This increased follow through by an additional 31% in our tests. Step 2, specificity sells. Generic claims destroy trust. Specific claims build it. Let me show you our 4-part specificity framework. As you can see in the graphic here, use exact numbers instead of round numbers. Odd numbers work better for some reasons. Name the specific mechanism or process. Add a unique timeline. Include counterintuitive details. Here are real before and after example with results. Before, our system helps you lose weight fast after making the changes. Our 3-step metabolic resistance method has helped 13,467 women lose an average of 6.4 pounds in the first 8 days without changing their diet. Result? 211% increase in conversion rate. Here's another example. Before, we help businesses get more leads. after making the changes. Our 4-part client attraction system has generated 726,481 qualified B2B leads for companies with 5 to 15 employees, typically delivering the first appointment within the 72 hours. Result: 173% increase in the conversion rate. Here's why this works so well. The human brain is designed to be skeptical of vague claims but accepts specific details as evidence of legitimacy. In fact, our neurological response study shows that specific claims activate different brain regions than generic claims, specifically the prefrontal cortex associated with analytical thinking rather than the amygdala associated with skepticism. Step 3: Preemptive objection crushing. The third trust builder is addressing objection before they arise. Most marketers try to hide potential objection that destroys trust completely. Instead, bring them into the light with our objection reversal formula. First, name the specific objection. Second, acknowledge its validity. Third, provide counterpoint evidence. Fourth, convert the weakness into a strength. Now you might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true, or I have tried other programs that didn't work. That's a completely reasonable concern. In fact, 80% of our clients tried an average of 3.7 other solutions before finding us. The difference is that those other approaches rely on outdated specific techniques that only works for specific type of people and niches. Our system is different because we actually start with our counterintuitive approach, which is why we can guarantee results even if everything else has failed for you in the past. This framework increased conversion rates by an average of 67% across all of our client accounts. Let me show you how to implement it for the 3 common objections in any businesses. First, for too expensive objection, name it. You might be concerned about this investment. Acknowledge it. That's a valid concern, especially given today's economic climate. Counterpoint: consider that our average client recovers the entire investment within 19 days based on the increased conversion rate. Reversal: this is not an expense, it's the highest ROI marketing investment you will make this year. For the won't work for me objection, name it. You might be thinking your situation is different or uniquely challenging. Acknowledge it. Every business has its unique elements and you know yours best. Third, counterpoint it. We have implemented this system across 17 different niches, from e-commerce to professional services. Reversal: the principle of human psychology that drives this system are universal, which is why it works in virtually any market. For the last objection, name it. You're probably thinking you don't have time to implement another system. Acknowledge it. Time is the most precious resource for any business owner or marketing team. Third, counterpoint. That's why we have designed this to require just 67 minutes of implementation time. Fourth, reversal. This system actually creates time by eliminating all trial and error most marketers waste months on. If you have a trust gap, implement these 3 fixes today. First, reverse the risk with the specific framework I showed you earlier. Second, use the 4-part specificity formula for all your claims. Third, crush objection preemptively using the objection reversal framework. The best part, these changes typically take less than 1 day to implement and start working immediately. Now let's move to the second conversion killer. Conversion killer 2, the value perception problem. If your opt-in to sell rate is below the benchmark for your traffic temperature, you don't have a funnel problem. You have a value perception problem. People are interested enough to opt in, but they're not seeing enough value to justify pulling out their credit card. Here's our complete value articulation framework, as you can see in the graphic here. Step 1, the transformation matrix. People don't buy products or services, they buy transformations. The number one reason people don't buy is they cannot see themselves getting the result. So show them with our 4-part transformation matrix. First, current pain state. Vividly describe their existing problem with emotional resonance. 2, aspiration gap. Highlight the distance between where they are and where they want to be. Third, transformation bridge. Show exactly how your solution bridges that gap. Fourth, future state realization. paint the detailed after picture with sensory rich descriptions. Let me show you this in action with a real example. Before the generic feature rich description, our 8-week program includes video lessons, worksheets, and coaching calls to help with your back pain. After transformation matrix, right now you are waking up dreading the first moment of the day, knowing that sharp pain will shoot through your lower back the moment you sit up. Simple tasks like tying your shoes or picking up your child have become moments of fear rather than joy. You have tried medications, stretches, maybe even considered surgery, but the pain persists, stealing your quality of life day after day. The gap between your current reality and active pain-free life you remember seems impossibly wide, but it's not. Our structural realignment protocol creates a bridge across that gap through a precise 3-step process. First, we decompress the affected vertebral segments using our proprietary technique that just takes 4 minutes per day. Second, we stabilize the newly created space with targeted micro movements that activate the deep core stabilizers most therapy miss. Finally, we integrate these changes into a functional movement patterns you use every day. Imagine waking up tomorrow and your first thought is not about pain, but about possibilities. You reach down to tie your shoes without hesitation. You play with your kids without holding back. You finally feel like yourself again, not just for a moment, but consistently. Our clients report an average of 83% reduction in pain sensation with the first 9 days and complete resolution for 91% within 6 weeks. The results: this single change increased sales conversion by 173% on the same exact offer. So try to paint a picture of transformation with your words, with your copy. Step 2: value stacking architecture. The second element is value stacking, but not the way most people do it. Most people list every little feature thinking more is better. That's wrong. Instead, use our value stacking architecture with this exact component. Core transformation, the primary result they will achieve, not features. Speed factors, how your solution delivers result faster than the alternatives. Effort reducer, how your approach requires less work than the alternatives. Risk eliminators, how you remove potential downsides or barriers. Future proofing elements, how your solution prevents regression or provides lasting results. Here's the exact template we use that you can use to create your own transformation statements. Let me show you this in action for the back pain program, which I gave an example of earlier. Bad value stack. Feature focused, 6-week program, 12 video modules, 3 PDF guides, email support, private community or Facebook group. Good value stack, transformation architecture. Eliminate chronic back pain without risky surgery or addictive medications. Experience up to 71% pain reduction in as little as 9 days rather than month of traditional therapy, using just 11 minutes per day compared to hour-long traditional sessions, without the risk of worsening your condition or creating new imbalances. And maintain a pain-free back for years with our 3-minute daily maintenance protocol. Step 3: value to investment recalibration. The final element is recalibrating the investment from cost to value received with our 3-part framework. First, cost comparison. Compare your price to a more expensive alternative. Second, division method. Break the investment into small, meaningful time unit. Third, return multiplication. Quantify the return on their investment. Here's our exact script template that we use. Here's an example based on the script template. Instead of the program costs $997, say when you consider that average physical therapy program costs $2,400 and typically delivers only temporary relief, investing $997 in our structural realignment system is actually saving you $1,403 while getting a permanent solution. That's just $5.54 per day for the first 6 months, less than a fancy coffee. But more importantly, this eliminates an average of $3,000 per year in ongoing pain management cost and lost productivity, creating a 320% return on your investment in the first year alone. This is not manipulation, it's helping people see the true value exchange. And it increased conversion rate by an average of 87% across 31 different offers that me and my team worked on. If you have a value perception problem, implement these 3 fixes today. First, create your complete transformation matrix. Second, build your 5-part value stack architecture. Third, recalibrate using the value to investment framework. Now let's talk about the third conversion killer. Conversion killer 3, the friction points. The third conversion killer is the most insidious because it's often invisible. Friction points. If your metric look decent but your cost per acquisition is too high, you are losing people in the journey. Here's our complete friction elimination system. Step 1, the pathway optimization. The first element is optimizing the conversion pathway using our 3-click maximum rule and cognitive load reduction techniques. Let me show you exactly how this works. Every additional step in your funnel creates what we call decision fatigue. In our testing across 57 different funnels that we built for our clients, we found 3 clicks to purchase baseline conversion rate, 4 clicks to purchase 20% drops in conversion, 5 clicks to purchase 38% drop in conversion, 6 clicks to purchase 53% drop in conversion, 7 plus clicks to purchase 64% drops in conversion. This is why we created the 3 clicks maximum rule. A prospect should never be more than 3 clicks away from being able to buy. Here's how to implement it. Map your entire current funnel and count the clicks from entry to purchase. Identify unnecessary steps that can be combined or eliminated. Move essentials but non-critical elements to post-purchase or secondary location. Ensure the primary action on each page is crystal clear. Let me show you a real example. One of my clients had a 6-click funnel, landing page to opt-in, then thank you page to video sales letter, then from video sales letter to order form, and then from order form to upsell, from upsell to downsell, and the downsell to the final offer page, and then thank you and a confirmation page. We simplified it to 3 clicks, landing page with embedded VSL to order form, and from order form to one-time offer page, and from OTO page to the confirmation page. That's all. All other elements were moved to post-purchase email or member areas. The result, a 64% increase in conversion rate and 41% increase in average cart value. The second element is decision architecture, scientifically structuring choices to maximize the conversion rate. Most marketers think more option is equal to more sales. The psychological research proves the exact opposite. We use what we call the paradox of choice reversal method. Here are the exact implementation with results. The one option technique. Instead of multiple packages, present one perfect solution. Before, 3 different packages with 3 different features and price points. After, one complete solution with everything they need. We tested this across 14 different clients. The single option approach increased conversion by an average of 29%. Why? Because you are eliminating the cognitive load on comparison. You are making the decision simpler for the potential buyer. Then the next is the form field minimizer. Every field you ask for reduces completion rate. Our extensive testing shows 3 field or less baseline conversion, 4 to 6 fields, 17% drop in completion, 7 to 9 fields, 30% drop in completion, 10 plus field, 52% drop in completion. Before, 9 fields sign up from asking name, email, phone, company, position, industry, company size, and blah blah blah. After, 3 field form asking only for email, biggest challenge and desired result. After implementing this for 23 clients, we saw 52% increase in the form completion. But here's the counterintuitive inside. We still get the same information, but we get it progressively over time rather than all at once. Third is the binary choice accelerator. When you do not need to offer option, use what we call binary contrast. Exactly 2 options with clear differentiation. Before, 3 similar packages with incremental differences. After, 2 distinctly different options, a core solution and a premium done for you version. This approach increased average order value by 37% while maintaining overall conversion rate. Step 3, psychological momentum. The third friction eliminator is creating psychological momentum using what we call progress visualization. People abandon processes when they cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel. Here are three specific techniques with exact implementation guidelines. First, the progress bar method. Add a simple progress indicator showing exactly where they are in the process. Before standard checkout page with no progress indicator. After, same page with a progress bar showing step 2 of 3, payment details. This single addition increased the checkout completion by 28% in our A/B testing against 57 different funnels for our clients. But here's the optimization most people miss. Never show more than 4 steps and never start at step 1. Start at step 2 so they feel they have already made progress. Second, the time commitment indicator. Tell people exactly how long each step takes. Before, standard form with no time indicator. After, same form with just 47 seconds to complete your order at the top. This increased conversions by 31% across all implementation. The momentum micro commitment break one large action into a series of tiny, easy actions that build momentum. Before, one long form to complete. After, the same form broken into 3 micro steps with individual progress. Step 1, just enter your email, feels easy. Step 2, quick details, name and basic info. Step 3, final information, payment details. This approach increased completion rate by 37% despite requiring the same total information. Now here's the advanced implementation most people miss. Combine all 3 techniques. First, use the progress bar to show overall journey. Second, add time commitment indicators to each step. Third, break steps into micro commitments. Fourth, pre-fill any information you already have. Now let's put it all together with a 7-day implementation plan that gives you a clear roadmap for doubling your result in just 1 week. Part 3, the 7-day implementation plan. Now you know the 3 conversion killers and how to fix them. But knowledge without action is useless. So here's the exact 7-day implementation plan to double your results in 1 week. Day 1, comprehensive diagnostic analysis. As you can see on the graphic here, on day 1, you need to gather your data and pinpoint exactly which conversion killer is hurting you the most. Here's the exact diagnostic process we use for our client. First is data collection. Export your last 30 days of analytic data, segment by traffic sources, cold, warm, hot. Calculate your 3 key metrics for each segment: traffic to opt-in rate, opt-in to sell rate, cost per acquisition, and then do the benchmark comparison. Compare your metrics to the benchmark I gave you earlier, or if your industry or your niche has a different benchmark, then compare it against to that benchmark. Identify your largest gap compared to the standards, then move on to visitor recording analysis. Watch at least 5 recordings of users going through your funnel. Note exactly where they hesitate, where they stop scrolling, and where they abandon. Heat map review. Analyze click and scroll heat map for your key pages. Identify areas receiving attention versus being ignored. And then the conversion gap calculation. Calculate the exact revenue impact of fixing your conversion gap. Example, if you are converting at 1.2% versus benchmark of 3% and you get 1000 visitor per month, that's 180 additional sales per month. The goal of day 1 is absolute clarity on which conversion killer to tackle first. Don't try to fix everything at once. Focus on your biggest opportunity because that is where you will make the most money. Day 2, solution planning and preparation. On day 2, you will create your detailed implementation plan for the specific conversion killer you have identified. Page identification. List the exact pages or steps that need modification. Prioritize them based on the traffic volume and impact. Resource assessment. Identify team members or contractors needed. Gather necessary creative assets, images, videos, testimonial. Prepare tracking mechanism for before and after comparison. Change mapping. For trust gap, document specific trust element to add at key points. For value perception, create a new transformation content and value stack. For friction points, map out simplified user flows and decision points. Testing structure. Set up proper A/B testing if possible. If not, prepare for before and after analytic measurements. Day 3 and 4, implementation execution. Days 3 and 4 are all about execution. Here's how to implement each solution effectively. For trust gap fix, create your risk reversal content that delivers value upfront. Rewrite claims using the 4-part specificity formula. Develop object crushing content using the reversal framework. Add trust signals at key decision points. Exact placement matters a lot. For value perception fix, develop your full transformation metric content. Restructure your value stack using the 5-part architecture. Create your value to investment recalibration elements. Implement new messaging at key decision points. For friction point fix, simplify your funnel structure using the 3-click maximum rule. Restructure decision points using the choice architecture method. Add momentum elements, progress bar, time indicators, micro commitments. Remove unnecessary form fields and step. The key to successful implementation is to be comprehensive but focused. Don't just make few random changes here and there. Implement the complete framework for your specific conversion killer. Day 5, quality assurance and optimization. Day 5 is all about ensuring everything is working perfectly. Technical testing. First, test your funnel on multiple devices: desktop, mobile, tablet. Check all big browser, Chrome, Safari, Firefox, Edge, and verify all tracking tools are capturing data properly. Ensure all forms are being submitted properly. Check the payment processor from end to end. Second, user flow verification. Have team members go through the entire funnel as users. Time each step of the process. Note any points of confusion or hesitation. Verify that all automated emails and follow-ups are working properly. Third is conversion element audit. Verify all trust elements are properly placed for trust gap. Ensure your transformation content is compelling for value perception. Confirm that friction has been truly reduced for friction points. Fourth is pre-launch optimization. Make final adjustment based on testing. Create a backup of the original funnel in case you need to revert. Prepare real-time monitoring alerts. Day 6, launch and data collection. Day 6 is when your new funnel goes live. First, you do a controlled rollout. Begin with 20% of the traffic if possible to minimize the risk. If results are positive after 24 hours, increase it to 50%. If it's still positive after 48 hours, increase it to 100%. Second, real-time monitoring. Set up dashboard to monitor key metrics hourly and then watch for any unusual patterns or technical issues. Be prepared to make quick adjustment if needed. Third, user behavior analysis. Begin collecting new visitor recordings. Review initial heat maps as they populate. Note any unexpected behavior patterns. Third is conversion tracking. Verify that conversion tracking is properly attributing results. Begin collecting basic conversion data at first. Document initial observation and results so that you can further optimize it later. Day 7, analysis and refinement. The final day is about analyzing your results and making refinements. First, data comparison. Compare before-after metrics for your key conversion measurement. Second, calculate the percentage improvement. Third, project the revenue based on the impact of the changes. Second is user feedback analysis. Review user recordings to identify any remaining issues. Analyze heat maps to verify engagement with the new elements. Check support tickets or chat logs for users' quick question and confusions. Third is refinement opportunities. Identify 2-3 specific refinements to further improve results. Prioritize based on potential impact. Implement highest priority refinements immediately. Fourth is expansion planning. If results are positive, plan to address your second biggest conversion killer. Document learnings for future optimization. Update your conversion benchmark targets based on new performance. That's the complete 7-day implementation plan. Notice the 4 key elements that make this work. It's systematic, following a proven process. Second, it's focused, tackling one specific conversion killer at a time. Third, it's comprehensive, implementing complete frameworks, not random tactics. Fourth is measurable, tracking specific metrics before and after. This is not theory. This is the exact process we have used to generate over thousands of dollars in profit for our clients. And if you follow it precisely, you will see the similar results. I want to thank you for investing nearly an hour with me today. Now I want to be straight with you. Most people watching this will nod their heads thinking that makes sense and then go right back to their underperforming funnel. They will never implement what I just shared, and that's fine. But if you're serious about doubling your conversions in the next 7 days, you have two options. Option 1, implement this framework yourself. I have given you everything you need: the diagnostic system, the specific solution for each conversion killer, and the 7-day implementation plan. It's all there for you to implement. Or option 2, let us do it for you. My team and I built a highly optimized sales funnel for businesses like yours every day. We implement this exact system for our clients and we get results like the ones I've shown you today. Just to be completely clear, we only work with businesses that, first, already have a proven offer that sells. Second, want to rapidly scale by fixing their conversion issues. Third, are ready to implement our recommendation. If that's you, then here's what to do next. Click the link below this video to book a 30-minute call with me. This is not a sales pitch. It's a working session where we will diagnose your specific conversion killer together and map out exactly what needs to be fixed. If we can help you and if you're a good fit, we'll discuss what working together looks like. If not, you will still walk away with clarity on your primary conversion problem and what to fix first. But don't wait, we only take 5 new clients each month and spots fill up fast. Your funnel is either a cash generating asset or a liability that costing you money every day it underperforms. The work you do in the next 7 days could literally double your business in the next 30 days. Click the link below, book your call, and let's fix your funnel together. I'll see you on the other side. Thank you for watching.